We are in the Six Music Hub, and we managed to get a piano in here. It's just as well because we're here for live music from Ben Folds. And as you can hear, we're mob-handed. Ben, good to have you here. Could you please introduce the band first? Who have we got with you?
Yeah, well, on bass guitar, we have Jose Hernandez from Honduras.
Hola.
Good morning, Jose.
And on the drums, we have Sam Smith from Texas.
And you're kindly going to play 3 tunes for us. What's the first one going to be?
The first one will be a song called Sentimental Guy.
Here you go.
Key of D. There's a moment in my mind I scribbled and erased 1,000 times, like a letter never written or sent. These conversations with the dead I used to be a sentimental guy. Now I'm haunted by the left unsaid. I never thought so much could change. Little things you said or did are part of me, come out from time to time. Probably no one I know now would notice, but I never thought so much could change. You drift far away, it seems. Time to stop, the clock keeps going. People talking and I'm watching as flashes of their faces go black and white and fade to yellow in a box in an attic. But I never thought so much could change. Now I don't miss anyone, I don't miss anything. What a shame, 'cause I used to be a sentimental guy.
Ben Folds live in the Six Music Hub. And Sentimental Guy, there's another 2 tunes on the way. Last night you played a show in West London at Hammersmith. How did it go?
Yeah, it went well. It was good. Lights came off good. I didn't miss too many notes, and everyone showed up. It was good.
Did you leave the venue to the idyllic sight of falling snow on London town, or did that come later?
I think that came later, but we got up this morning at 6 o'clock and lip synced on TV.
Yeah.
And
you did a big stint on GMTV this morning. They had you in very early, didn't they? And then made you work like a dog all day, as far as I could tell. Was that right?
yeah.
Was that written into the contract? The Apollo in Hammersmith is one of a venue a lot of musicians like Tom Waits played there. His first show in the UK for about 15 years, a few years ago. But you've played them all now, haven't you? Sydney Opera House for 4 nights recently.
Yeah.
The Fillmore, Radio City Music Hall. Do you get blasé about playing these venues now?
No, not at all. Those are great. And we did Albert Hall a few years ago too, and Brixton Academy last year.
Yeah, I love playing the big classic places. A lot of them are prettier than they sound. Last night the Odeon, I always call that the Odeon, but it's
A lot of people of a certain age do and always will. You see.
Yeah, well, they have a Smith Odeon back in '74. I think
you were there
sounds
too.
good.
Yeah.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
Yeah, what's this story about you playing the Fillmore and being slightly haunted by the presence of Keith Moon?
Well, I actually wasn't. My band had a little freak because these guys in Ben Folds 5, we were looking at pictures before we played. It was one of the first big venues we ever played. And they just saw all these classic, Who photographs up on the wall, and they felt like we sucked. And and then we went on stage and played. Just sometimes it's scary. I had the same experience playing a show called Saturday Night Live in America because that was always the show that. My perception was when I was a kid is that you hadn't made it until you played that show, and the moment you played that, you took off, and that's not really the way it works in life in any way. But I played that show and just I was awful. I was so nervous I could barely do it. Yeah.
Did everybody else say that? Who'd
Oh
seen
yeah,
it
it's
well?
horrible. They play it over. This was probably the most rerun show of SNL in history. They play it on the Comedy Channel once a year. So once a year, people call me up going, "Ben, I saw you on TV. You feel okay?"
The latest,
looking a lot younger today.
Super Sunny Speed Graphic was the LP release, the CD release from the back end of last year, which was a pulling together of tracks which have been available in various forms. Why did you decide to put them at last and handily on the one CD?
Well, I'd kind of wanted to come out in an infomercial kind of package where you get 2 songs a month, like a record club.
I hear that, yeah.
They wouldn't do it that way. I'd released all this as internet-only EPs, and it was a really nice period where I would basically just crap out a few songs in a week, put them on the internet really fast, and it kept me from doing the kind of worrying and thinking that all of us do when we make records these days. Because you make a record, this is going to be promoted for 3 years, and you're going to have to. You have to kiss a lot of ass when you make an album. So with the internet EPs, I didn't do a single interview. I didn't do any promotion, and we sold about as many of them as we did by record. So it told me something about the music business as well.
Yeah, it didn't discourage you from getting up and doing breakfast TV, which is good. But
no, not at all. No, and anytime you get, all you have to do is move your mouth. It's great.
What's the next tune you'd like to sing in full voice for us right now?
In full voice, in full mime. Yeah, you can't lip sync on the radio, can you? Does that work?
Give it a try. It'll be a first.